Local webcasting for a worldwide audience.
You're listening to Radio Lewes, where the music matters. Welcome to the slightly different radio show. I'm Nick Cooper, your disquietingly dynamic DJ, welcoming you to a show of songs all about trouble. And that's trouble with a capital T, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for play some music.
Trouble, trouble, trouble.
The Blasters with Trouble Bound, one of the best nights of rock music I can recall, as a double bill of Jason the Scorchers and the Blasters. Four, scorched and blasted. Double the pleasure. And talking of double, here's Trouble on Double Time.
A bad boy so long that it must be in my blood.
Free Trouble on Double Time. They may sound a bit old-fashioned now, but they did when they started, and that was the secret of their success. Mind you, I don't care if I never hear All Right Now again. It's a bit like Stairway to Heaven. God. Anyway, moving on. And if you're moving on, you'll need boxes. But they can be troublesome.
Trouble with boxes, I've had trouble with them. The trouble with boxes is I never fit in. The trouble with others, they forget how to knock. The trouble with others is they're living in shock.
From her album Shine, that was Texan singer-songwriter Sara Hickman with Trouble with Boxes. The next song is a novelty number from my childhood, which is allegedly inspired by Alfred Hitchcock's film The Trouble with Harry, and there'll be more of that later, but here are Alfie and Harry with The Trouble with Harry.
Harry, oh, not again, Harry. That's the trouble with Harry. He plays this tune, and he plays this tune, and he plays this tune nobody ever could carry. Here it comes again, look out. That's the trouble with Harry. Oh, come on, Harry. Play some other song, Harry. that's the same song again, Harry. The people would like to hear Beautiful Dreamer. All right, Harry, that's all. You're fired, Harry. Too late, Harry, you're fired. Get out. Harry, don't take the piano with you, Harry. Harry! That's the trouble with Harry.
That was Alfie and Harry with The Trouble with Harry. Harry and Alfie were actually Mark McIntyre and David Seville. And if David Seville's rueful tones sound familiar to some of you, that's because he was the man behind the Chipmunks. The Chipmunks. Oh, try to forget them, please. I foresee trouble.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey,
foresee trouble. I 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 foresee trouble.
From the 2015 album of the same name, that was I Foresee Trouble by The Information. Ironically, I have absolutely no information about The Information other than that, so I'll move rapidly from 2015 to 1613 for a spot of John Ward. Oh, I do like a nice madrigal. That was the Consort of Musicke performing John Ward's Retire My Troubled Soul. I like to kind of mix things up a little bit, so I think I'll follow that with some bluegrass rap. Here are Gangsta Grass.
It don't matter how long I struggle, trouble way down in my soul. It don't matter how far I wander, trouble everywhere I
coronas. Banging the concrete, wish I could take my pain to a swap meet. I got beef, a lot of cats be hating. See, I believe in God, but my soul is forsaken. Baby mama drama, thugs cock back the llamas. Po-po's killing us, God ain't feeling us. Hip-hop is hurting, they trying to close the curtain. But I'm the encore, give me claps, I bring the swagger back. Sean Bell, what the hell, them cops will never see jail. But for Tim Mashako, 2 days, case closed, see Tupac was right. These cops stay lying, and even though there's life after death, Miss Wallace is still crying. The hood's the Mecca, the holy ground, the essence. It can get kinda grimy, but it taught me 1,000 lessons. Never trust a girl with a big butt and a smile, cause the game behind a lip sync will leave your ass twisted.
It don't matter how long I struggle, trouble way down in my soul. It don't matter how far I wander, trouble everywhere I go.
Yeah. I miss my big brother, I miss my grandmother, I miss my homie Chris. Sometimes I reminisce. My boy Ray said there'll be days like this. He's resting in peace now. How ironic is this? I got my sons Jay and Izzy, so I gotta stay busy. Shake off the hate from their moms and stay calm, cause I'm so close to wildin' out, half an inch away, to blasting every clown who has something smart to say. Yeah, I know, God don't like ugly. Well, I'm handsome, outside or inside. Hate it or love it, you can take it or shove it. Cause no matter how much stress comes in my life, I know I'm above it. Some call me cocky, and some say I'm blessed. I'm both, I show spiritual and lyrical growth. They be hating on me constantly, it just proves that I'm great. It takes less energy to love and more energy to hate.
It don't matter how long I struggle, trouble way down in my soul. It don't matter how far I wander, trouble everywhere I go.
Gangsta Grass with Trouble Everywhere I Go. I've talked before about Gangsta Grass, and I'm delighted to be able to play Trouble Everywhere I Go because it's not sweary like many of their other tracks. Like my producer Ben, I'm not particularly opposed to sweary records. I just want to avoid a parental guidance sticker since I'm allergic to latex. Not enough songs address the problems of art, but John Cale is prepared to confront the issue head on. Here's John Cale, Trouble with the Classicists.
Trouble with the classicist, he looks at a tree. That's all he sees, he paints a tree. The trouble with the classicist, he looks at the sky. He doesn't ask why, he just paints a sky. The trouble with an impressionist, he looks at a log. He doesn't know who he is standing, staring at this log. And surrealist memories are too amorphous and proud, while those downtown macho painters are just alcoholic. The trouble with impressionists. That's the trouble with impressionists. That's the trouble with impressionists. That's the trouble with impressionists. Trouble with personalities, they're too wrapped up in style. It's too personal, they're in love with their own guile. They're like illegal aliens trying to make a buck. They're driving gypsy cabs, but they're thinking like a truck. There's a trouble with personalities. 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 I like the druggy downtown kids who spray paint walls and trains. I like their lack of training, their primitive technique. I think sometimes it hurts you when you stay too long in school. I think sometimes it hurts you when you're afraid to be called a fool. There's trouble with classists. There's a trouble with classists. There's a trouble with classists. There's a trouble with classists.
Taken from the album Songs for Drella, which was Lou Reed and John Cale's memorial album to their friend and mentor Andy Warhol. That was Trouble with a Classicist, performed by John Cale. Now, I mentioned earlier the Alfred Hitchcock film The Trouble with Harry, so I thought I'd play a bit from the soundtrack album. The music was, of course, composed by the mighty Bernard Herrmann. Bernard Herrmann's The Trouble with Harry. The film, which I've sadly never seen, involves the disposal of a corpse which proves troublesome. And the relationship between Simon and Garfunkel often proved troublesome. How's that for a lousy link? Or even a bridge, I suppose. I felt I had to play Bridge Over Troubled Water, but I didn't want to play the original, so I cast around for other versions. Eventually I narrowed it down to 2, but eliminated Aretha Franklin because, well, I left it a bit late for a tribute number, and dare I say it, she was a bit OTT on it. So here's a nice, simple cover from Wanda Jackson.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. Sail on, man of mine, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind.
Once known by many as the Queen of Rockabilly or the First Lady of Rockabilly, that was Wanda Jackson with Bridge Over Troubled Water. And I'm delighted to say that Miss Jackson is still rocking out, but Sonic Youth are not.
If you want me to, I will be the one that is always good, and you'll love me too, but you'll
just like you. Smile and behave. A circle of perfection, it's what you give. Then one day I met a guy, he stole my heart, no alibi. You said romance was a ticket to paradise. Mama, I'm not too young to try. We kissed, we hugged, we were close. Very, very close. We danced in the sand, and the water rose higher and higher until I found myself floating in the sky. I'm sorry, Mother. I'd rather fight than have to lie.
If you want me to, I will be the one that is always good, and you'll love me too, but you'll never know what I feel inside, that I'm really bad, little trouble girl, little trouble girl.
Cross my heart and hope to die. I cannot tell a lie.
Little trouble girl, little trouble girl, little trouble
From their 1995 album Washing Machine, that was a decidedly subdued Sonic Youth with Little Trouble Girl, which is apparently written as a Phil Spector parody. Can't see it myself. Vocal duties are shared by Kim Gordon and Kim Deal from the Pixies. And I'll follow Sonic Youth, for no reason whatsoever, with a spot of Norwegian jazz. Here's Stein Erheim. Taken from the album Utopian Tales, that was Trouble in Karnaticala, performed by Norwegian guitarist Stein Erheim and his band. Don't look up Karnaticala on a map. It's a made-up place, so it's easy to get lost in. Here are the Lost Ones. From the 1965s, or from 1965 to put it properly, that was the Lost Ones with Trouble in the Streets. There's another group called the Lost Ones who are still active today, but that wasn't them. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful. Please don't complain. You'll get me in trouble.
There you are, though I cannot see your face. I feel you. Your presence just entered this place. But I'll wait right here. See, there's no need for me to see. Were I to look back, I might just find myself falling slowly right into trouble, trouble. Trouble, 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 trouble. I see you. Don't lift your lids up to my nose. It's too late. My heart's already seen your smile. Look what you're doing. Can't you see? Were I a blossom, I would be falling down from the tree right into trouble, trouble. Trouble, 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 trouble. Now wait a minute, just let me catch my breath. You're talking, but I'm not quite listening in yet. You get me in trouble. If only I allow myself to fall, you get me in trouble. If only I open my senses up to it all. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
From her 2014 album, If You Knew Her, that was Risen star Zara McFarlane, You'll Get Me in Trouble. At the beginning of this programme, Sara Hickman was having trouble with boxes. Pity poor Roger Ruskin's Spear then. He's having trouble with his trousers.
Finding something that's really comfortable and is a nice fit. My problem today is to find a nice, comfortable pair of trousers that I can wear. So I'm in the high street here, and I'm going to slip into this shop. This is the Acme Trouser Company, by the looks of it. Yes, and I'll just nip in here. This is a nice place. Oh, what's over there? That's concrete trousers. Oh, very good. Those last week. Ah, this looks more like the stuff. This is the new submersible model, I believe. I'll just slip over into the booth here and try these on.
Try this trouser on for size. It should fit like a glove. Try this trouser on for size. It should fit like a glove. If it doesn't really fit, then give it one more shove.
Very wise choice indeed. So let me just show you a few of the advantages you have here in this little trouser. Well, this is it in action, and as you can see, you've got no chance of sinking with these on. And of course, there's escape hatches built in. Now, the new polythene lining here, you see, of course, it stops damp rising from your shoes. Now, this is a great advantage when you happen to be in the North Pole.
Alumni of the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band, that was saxman and gadget maker extraordinaire Roger Ruskin's Spear with Trouble With My Trousers, taken from the justifiably titled album Unusual. Now, as we commemorate the conclusion of the First World War, I fear I may be confusing matters by playing this next song, which dates from the Great War, but here is revived and seriously messed about with by the Andrews Sisters. Pack up your troubles.
Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you've a Lucifer to light your fag, smile, boys, that's the style.
What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile.
So pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Keep on smiling, boys, no worry is worth the while. Got you smile.
Hey, Mr. Gloomy Gus, you'll miss the bus. So smile, smile, smile.
Smile, darn you, just for a while.
Ain't that a rainbow up ahead of us? We're traveling right in style.
use of worrying. Worry, 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 worry. No, it never was worthwhile.
Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile.
We can laugh at all the clowns.
They missed us by a mile.
So pack up your troubles in your kit bag and smile, smile, smile.
Pack Up Your Troubles from the Andrews Sisters, featuring cheesy vocals from Dick Hames. Although he was a big star in the US, Mr. Hames was born in Argentina to non-US citizens, which meant he was not an American citizen and could avoid military service during World War II. His patriotism was questioned by many, but the story had little effect on his career. I wish I could say the same about the next lot. Here are the Reverend Elvis and the Undead Syncopators.
If you're looking for trouble, you came the right place. If you're looking for trouble, look right in my face. I was born standing up and talking back. My daddy was clean on body and the mountain chick because I'm evil. My middle name is Misery. I'm evil. Don't you hang around with me. Well, I'm evil, evil, evil as could be. Well, I'm evil, evil, evil as could be. Don't mess around with me. Oh, I'm evil, evil, I'm evil, evil, I'm evil, evil, I'm evil, I'm evil. So don't mess around with me. If you're looking for trouble, you came the right place. If you're looking for trouble, look right in my face. I was born standing up and talking back. My daddy was green on body and the market checked me because I'm evil. My middle name is Misery. Because I'm evil. Don't you hang around with me. Well, I'm evil, evil, evil as you do. Well, I'm evil, evil, evil as can be. Oh, don't mess around with me. I'm evil, evil, I'm evil, evil, I'm evil, evil, I'm evil, evil. Well, don't mess around with me. Well, don't mess around with me. Don't mess around with me.
Oh, not so much channeling as massacring the spirit of Elvis Presley. That was the Reverend Elvis and the Undead Syncopators with Trouble. And trouble's what I'll be if I don't tidy up the studio before I clear off. There seem to be Rice Krispies everywhere. Well, at least I hope that that's what they are. You're listening to Radio Lewes, where the music matters. I'm Nick Cooper. Thank you very much for listening to Slightly Different Radio Show, and goodbye.